It's week 4 of the 2024 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Packers, next on EA Sports.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Yeah.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 22 carries, 81 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to work with there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Rodgers now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
The throw right sideline here is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And again, it's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, He says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Got it. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker with another carry, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 36, Lawrence buying time to his left. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here we go.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. This one goes underneath to Walker. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his third touchdown now of the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. They will play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Point after, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 35 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football before half to be played. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Straight ahead, Walker. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Lawrence will throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job of staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop inside the red zone. Now a stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
I'm ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Play action. It's Lawrence. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Right there, we can do it. Come on,
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Option play, they'll give to Walker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hand off here to Walker. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
They all understand that even after that loss on 1st down, they've got a field goal attempt in their back pocket. But here on 2nd and goal, this is the time you take your shot in the end zone, I believe. Go ahead and go for the big shot right now, knowing you can always come back and kick a field goal on 4th down if you can't advance.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Lead it out left to Dobbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On the give, it's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To Williams on the jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they get...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Break.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know they got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On third down, here's Walker. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack, down by 15. A little over 20 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Brown. And shutting him off, now open field. 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets him back within a touchdown on a 2-point conversion. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Let's go.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Down.
Give to Walker on the read option. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused.